Hi, my name is Kaya, and I want to show you today how nature has all sorts of symbiotic relationships going on. And it's very cool, and how we can apply these things into our farming, into our gardens. And so, yeah, I want to share how a healthy soil should look like. I'm in the forest. Now this is a man-made forest. I can't remember how old it is, but it's compared to other ancient forests. Of course, this one is not so old. But as you can see, now it's autumn, but the trees here, they're doing very, very well. And some are very, very big. And I grew up coming here in the summer vacation here in Denmark and visiting my grandparents, and they have summer house here and right next to this forest. And there's always so much life here. And I want to show you like what things are around here and why with the symbiotic relationships, why it's so important, and how it provides life and how it creates life. Now when I'm walking around here, you can see because it's autumn, there's filled with leaves on the ground. It's the same thing also in the actually in throughout the year, because the leaves here, they don't get removed. Also, you can see that there's dead trees and tree logs here that doesn't get removed, and that's very good because this gives nutrients to the soil, right? The animals, the microorganisms, the insects, all the creepy crawlers, they have places to go and they have stuff to eat. And when they break down these things, it gives nutrients to the soil and it gives it to the plants and to the fungus and other microorganisms. And actually, when you look closely around this stump, there's incredibly much fungus. And let me show you. So here you can see we have so many. If you just brush off the leaves, you see so many fruiting bodies of the fungus. The fruiting bodies is what is spreading the spores, is their reproductive organs. And you would see it like all throughout the forest. Like, especially now, for some reason, there's a lot of them. Especially the leaves, they're creating a cover layer for the soil. That means when it rains, the moistures are kept in the soil. And imagine it as a sponge. And that means the water doesn't evaporate. And let me show you how it looks like. When we dig down, you can see the more I get down, the smaller bits it becomes. And that's because the animals, they have started to break down the soil in here. It started to break down the soil in here. And it's really, there's no end of it. But look at this. Like, these are all, I assume it might be a combination between plant roots, but also fungus hyphae. And it's really incredible. And if I dig, it's actually hard to even dig down more because it's so fibrous. It's really filled with all of these fungus hyphae. And you can see it's rich. It's really rich. Look at how good the soil is. I'm gonna cover this up again. And let's go look at another spot. So now let's look at the stump, or not the stump, but the trunk here, that the tree that has fallen. You can see that we have fruiting body. Many fruiting bodies actually here. All of these. And they are all eating away the stump, or this tree, together with other microorganisms. Now, something else very cool I want to show you is these guys. I can't remember what they are called in English. I might put it up here, but I can't remember what they are called in English. They are fungus, but they are in symbiotic relationship with either cyanobacterias or green algae. Now there's many different types of these, and I'm not the expert in it, but you can see. And they are growing on this tree, and they also actually grow on live trees and on rocks. You can also see them sometimes. In many extreme climates you see them, and they can mostly only grow in places where the air is clean. And the reason of that is because they take up nutrients from the air. Exactly. And when they take up nutrients from the air, that means if it's polluted, then it's not so good. So that's why if the air is polluted, you will not see so much of these guys. Look at all these holes, all made from insects. And if you look closely, sometimes you can even see some of them. Now, I don't see many now because I guess it's because it's close to winter, but yeah, it's very cool. Show you something more. There's some busy buddies down here. They're very cute. But they are eating away all of this organic material. They are having a party right here. And if I lift up this piece of it, look at this. Look how many there's. Even fungus there is here. It's very cool. So, if you look at this, if we can have this in agriculture, cover crops, compost piles, things that can cover our soil, acting as a sponge, it will help to create, at one point, a fungal dominated soil. And that means the fungus will help your plants and crops to take up nutrients. And your field, your garden, your plants, your crops will be so much more healthy. And you don't need fertilizer. You don't need to use all of those stuff, right? So it's really good stuff. And it's one of my dreams. It's one of my dreams one day to do this also, because what's better than working in harmony with nature and getting good food out of it, right? Then there's really no need of buying extra supplements and I don't know what not, because you're being deficient in all sorts of stuff like magnesium and whatnot, because you get it from your food. And we don't get this nowadays from our food. We don't get as much because the soil is so depleted, and they are shipped across oceans just to get packaged or just to get imported, exported, and that just pollutes the earth even more. And it's really dumb in my opinion. So if we can do something like this locally, Now it's raining. If we can do something like this locally, it it will imagine how great that would be. It's very funny when I get myself to film out here. It's just a side note. It's so hard for me to go inside again because everything is so nice out here. The air is fresh. It's not that cold either yet. And the trees are just beautiful. The plants are beautiful. And yeah, it's truly amazing. It doesn't have to look, it's not perfectly cutted, trimmed, everything. It's just how it should be. This is just how it should be. I also want to add that, again, imagine this is a man-made forest. And after so many years, actually it's not many years either, I think actually only 100 years or so, but look at this forest, maybe even less than 100. It can already look like this. And you can imagine how it looks like in the summertime. It's full of life. So if we can do this, it will be really, really good.